A couple years ago, I made a video called The Top 8 Funky Bass Lines to Impress Everybody at Soundcheck. The idea with that was when you're at the gig, and then the sound guy goes, all right, can I get some bass? You gotta have something cool to play. Sure, you could just play whatever, but this is your opportunity to let everybody know this is gonna be a good gig, and you're in good hands on the bass. So today I'm back with a handful of more bass lines to add to this list. I'm gonna play through each of these bass lines. I'll give you a few facts about it. There might be a few other things we do along the way. It's gonna be fun. Let's go. All right, first up is Outstanding by the Gap Band. The song was released in 1982 from the album Gap Band 4. I love that naming convention. Just look, this is our music, do you want it or not? Gap Band 2, Gap Band 3, Gap Band 4. When you start playing a song like this at Soundcheck, everyone's gonna want to jump in with you. Next up is a song from back in the day. Not back in the day like the Gap Band, not quite that far back, but still back in this joke is not working. Back in the Day by Erykah Badu. This is from Erykah's 2003 album Worldwide Underground. Features Braylon Lacey on bass. Incredible. This is another one that people are gonna want to jump in on. For our next bass line, let's move to a song that opens up one of the best albums of all time. Simple yet effective. That's right, it's Excursions by A Tribe Called Quest from the album The Low End Theory. This is sampled from the song A Chant for Boo by Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. This is originally upright bass, but it's been reworked and retimed to be this song. Hopefully either the drummer jumps in on this one, or maybe, I don't know, the vocalist will jump in with Back in the Day When I Was a Teenager. It's a big back in the day theme going on with these songs so far. Next, we have the song Just Chillin' Out from the 1981 album Nard by Bernard Wright. This is originally Marcus Miller on bass. There's actually multiple bass players on this album, but Marcus Miller has a writing credit, so it's safe to assume that it's him. Hang on, I'm gonna mash something up. Let's try an impromptu mashup that probably won't clear YouTube. Let's see. Is that anything? I don't know. Should we keep it? It's up to you. It's the holiday season, and that means two things. For one, you're gonna be wearing socks around the house. And two, you gotta get your presents together. Don't forget, man, I'm trying to help you. Look, a few weeks ago, I did another spot with Bombas. They offered to send me some. I said how incredible they were. Premium materials, the arch support, but I got smart. See, with Christmas coming, my wife always wants new warm socks. So did I get Bombas to send me a pair for her to give her as a Christmas gift? Absolutely. But it gets even even better because Bombas makes the number 1, 2, and 3 most requested clothing items in homeless shelters. That's socks, underwear, and t-shirts, and they donate an item with every purchase. So because of their 1 purchased equals 1 donated commitment, over 140 million essential clothing items have been donated across a network of 3,500 partners in all 50 states. That means that Bombas got my wife some new socks and they're donating a pair. If you're looking for a gift, this is it. New customers get 20% off their first purchase. Just go to bombas.com/diggingthegrates and use code diggingthegrates at checkout. Next up is a song that if people recognize it, you'll turn heads. Mostly if they'll recognize it, it'll be like, oh, you're really doing this right now, okay. And if not, then they just won't know what it is at all and you're in the clear. This is, of course, the bass line to the song Ain't No Fun by Snoop Dogg from the album Doggy Style from 1993. If you know this song, and specifically the lyrics to this song, this is one of the dirtiest songs maybe ever written, but the groove is undeniable. It's so good that Bruno Mars ripped off this whole groove, basically the whole song, for his song Chunky. Which, of course, at that point, what are we doing? I don't have a choice. Here we go. Alright, next up we have a funk bassline, but a modern funk bassline by a modern funk band. I'm talking, of course, about the song Beastly by Wolfpack. This is Joe Dart on the Fender bass before he was on the Joe Dart bass. If you get that joke, we could be friends. It's not really a joke, it's just true, it's just Wolfpack history. Anyway, it's appropriately named Beastly because it's just Joe Dart going nuts. In between, there are bass solo sections in between that main groove. It's just incredible. Next up is the song Off the Wall from the album Off the Wall by Michael Jackson. Come on, I love this album, you love this album, I love this song, you love this song. It is a slightly deeper cut Michael Jackson tune. Like if you know Michael Jackson, you're a big Michael Jackson fan, you know this tune. But if you're just sort of a like, oh, let's put on the greatest hits, you probably don't know this song. This song, Off the Wall, was written by Rod Temperton and produced by Quincy Jones, but it was originally offered to, do you know who? You'll never guess. If you don't know, you would never, ever guess. Nobody like Michael Jackson. I'm not going to keep drawing this out a whole lot longer. Karen Carpenter. Can you imagine Karen Carpenter on this song? Obviously, it wouldn't be produced by Quincy. It'd be a totally different feeling song. But this same, like the core of this song, as a Karen Carpenter song, part of me thinks that could work and could be really cool, but she passed on it. So instead, here we are today, talking about it as a Michael Jackson song. Up next, we're going to keep it in the same key, E flat minor. The song I want to talk about is I Wish. This is from Songs in the Key of Life from 1976. I love playing this line for a sound check because it covers really the whole range of the bass. You're playing all of the strings. You know I love connecting from one song to another, and this song was sampled very famously by one Will Smith for the song Wild Wild West from the movie Wild Wild West. And here's the thing. I have been dying to make a video breaking down Wild Wild West by Will Smith, but I can't do it because that's maybe, probably, I think definitely his worst song. Wiki Wild, Wiki Wild Wild West, Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider, No You Don't Want Nada. That just lives up here, and I wish I could, like a computer, go through and round all that up and be like, we don't need that. Let's instead commit something else to memory and clear that out. But I've tried. There's no getting that out. That whole verse, that lives up here and pops up every now and then, most of the time when I hear this song. Is this going to be a Patreon-only bonus rant? Maybe. Okay, but separate from Wild Wild West by Will Smith. Okay, so I discovered this Tiny Desk concert. It's Catriel and Paco Amoroso. My Spanish pronunciation is awful. And also, no, the guy has a 7 in his name. So how are you supposed to pronounce that? That's not just me. Anyway, it's these two guys from Argentina. Absolutely unbelievable Tiny Desk concert. If you're a fan of any kind of music, any kind, you will love this. So you're probably used to I Wish feeling like this. But here's what they do with it. Come on, that's crazy. Now we gotta end with a song from one of my top 10 albums of all time. If you know, you know. I'm talking about Robson Jorge and Lincoln Olivetti. It's the early 80s, it's this Brazilian producing duo, and they produced a lot of Brazilian artists, but then they also did this album together. It's some of the most singable melodies, but it's all instrumental, some of the most incredible harmonic stuff, incredible grooves, some of the best horn section work I've ever heard. It's unbelievable, this album. I honestly just want to make a video that's just me playing the whole album and going, oh, this part, listen for this part. Anyway, this is one that hopefully either the drums will jump in or someone on the melody if they know it. If they don't know it, they probably won't. But if they do know it, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is incredible. I can't believe someone else knows this. I just thought of a mashup, and I don't know if it's going to work, but it's already on this deck, and it's in the same key. Let's see if we can make something work. Whichever bass line you choose something intentional, something that you like playing, something that showcases not only your taste in music, but your ability on the bass. Also, while giving the sound person what they need. And yes, of course, letting everyone else within earshot know you know what's up. For 8 more funky bass lines to impress everyone in Soundcheck, including a sort of a silly sketch at the top, click here.